I am going to share with you my 3 quick to-go breakfast recipes. Hey guys, my name is Brianna, but you can call me Bri. I'm a nutrition coach and a personal trainer with a passion for bodybuilding. Now, none of these recipes will include any eggs. I don't like cooking my eggs ahead of time. I know egg cups are a thing, I've done them in the past. Not my thing. I prefer having something different and keeping my eggs for the weekend when I can have time and make them fresh in the morning. Without further ado, my first quick breakfast option is overnight oats. And now for anyone who would like to tell me that overnight oats are bland and they're boring and they're sick of them, I just don't really believe that you've actually tried having fun with oats. Oats are an amazing blank canvas for anything. You can make them savory, you can make them crunchy, you can make them sweet. I don't know why I said savory and crunchy. They are not two opposites. You can add your favorite fruit. You can pretty much play around with them and make them fit your liking, even depending on the morning. I like keeping my oats as simple as possible, so normally I would have about half a cup to 1 cup of oats. Then I would add usually my 3 grams of creatine monohydrate. For us ladies, we should be supplementing with creatine every day, 3 grams, despite of training or a rest day. Then I would add my protein powder. I love a good whey from the company My Protein. I've been using them forever and I swear by them. I love the flavor. I love the fact they're not chalky, they're not too artificial, and they're very cost efficient. So I would have anywhere between 20 to 40 grams of that protein powder. I normally keep a couple of different flavors in my house. So then if I feel like chocolate, I go for chocolate. If I feel like salted caramel, because I love some salted caramel, I would go for that. It just really depends. And I would add about 60 grams of normally blueberries or any other berry that I have in the freezer, and 10 to 15 almonds. Quick, simple. I can make this for the next 5 days, so I don't have to worry about anything in the morning. And sometimes I even have this meal in the afternoon. If I ran out of what I normally eat in the afternoon, I will have this twice a day. I like it. My second quick breakfast meal is Ezekiel toast with PB Fit and a banana. And there you go. You have your carbs, you have your proteins, you have your fats all in one. Now, unlike the overnight oats, I wouldn't make this ahead of time for the entire week. I don't think it's going to hold up well. I switched to Ezekiel bread several years ago and I haven't looked back ever since. I think it's a great bread alternative. It's delicious. One tip I can give you about Ezekiel bread is as soon as you purchase it, break it up with your fingers. You want to separate those slices and then toss it either in the fridge or the freezer. And then I pull out however many slices I need in the morning or whenever I'm having them, and I toast them immediately like that. I personally haven't been raised with peanut butter, but I do enjoy the taste of it. And PB Fit happens to be much lower in fat. Whatever peanut butter powder you want to use in order to get the flavor, to get the texture. Also, if it's a comforting meal for you, do that, but you are not consuming all of the fats that you would normally have with peanut butter. I personally don't trust myself with a jar of peanut butter. The only reason I have a jar of peanut butter in my house is Charlie. There's different ways you can have this meal. You can toast your bread or toss it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Prepare your PB Fit on the side with a little bit of water or a little bit of almond milk. I think with almond milk it comes out a little more creamy. Sometimes I would add a little bit of stevia or cinnamon to that. Put it on the toast and you can either mash your banana or you can slice it, prepare your sandwich, store it in the fridge. This is the perfect breakfast on the go. It's something that resembles a peanut butter and jelly sandwich minus all the processed sugars from the actual jelly or jam. Now the third breakfast meal is a good cottage cheese bowl. I'm saying this because it's highly customizable. It is just like the protein oats or overnight oats. You can add on whatever you want to a cottage cheese ball. I prefer keeping mine on the simple side, so normally I would have between 150 to 250 grams of a 2% cottage cheese. I like keeping it on the leaner side. About 60 grams of berries, normally blueberries. I always go for blueberries because they're just so delicious. I get them frozen, I put them in a little bowl in the microwave for 30 to 60 seconds so they kind of melt. They release that juice and they're so tasty. They're just like jam, especially if you mash them with a little bit of stevia or a sweetener of your choice. Normally I would add about half to a 1 banana, depending again on my training. I try to change up my carbs for the day depending on my training, and I would normally add about 10 to 15 almonds. Almonds are my choice of fats, so when I am having fats, almonds sit well with me. I don't tend to overdo them like a nut butter, so I trust myself with almonds. The worst thing I've ever done is sneak 1 to 2 almonds extra on top of what I planned for myself, and I would definitely say that that is far less damage compared to having an extra spoon of peanut butter or almond butter. And then I add something fun on top of my cottage cheese ball, especially the sweet one. So I would add either a drizzle of honey or maple syrup. I would add sometimes sugar-free pancake syrup. Let's say I'm having a low-carb day, but I do want to have a fun drizzle of something on top, some cinnamon, raw cocoa, and that's about it. Again, you can make these savory as well. You don't need to have a sweet breakfast, but for me, that's an amazing breakfast. And with all of these 3 recipes that I just gave you, you're going to be out the door in no time. A very precious and valuable thing is having your breakfast pre-planned. That way you start your day in an organized way. Even if you don't have to run out the door, but you just have to sit down on your computer and get some work done, it is always a lot less stressful having it figured out before and keeping it simple. I cannot stress enough how important it is to keep things simple in your day-to-day life. Now, normally after I have any of these breakfasts, I would either head to the gym to train clients, head out on a walk with Charlie, or I would head to the gym to do my own training. And speaking of training, check out this video for my tips on maximizing glute development.